Ever worked hard to water and weed garden plants only to find that they can't produce a harvest in your area? Learn about hardiness zones and growing season in this short video. Plus, stick around to the end for our bonus tip.
Get me to the farm.
Hi, this is Sue with Get to the Farm, here to talk to you about growing season and planting zones. A common mistake of new gardeners is not knowing the length of the growing season and planting zones. Ever worked hard to water and weed a garden plant to find out that they can't produce a harvest in your area? This is a hard lesson, which applies to perennials and garden crops as well. One of the best ways to ensure a great harvest is knowing your growing season and coldest winter temps. In choosing a perennial, shrub, or tree, make sure to look at the hardiness zone. Knowing our zone will help us find plants that will be very winter hardy. It will also help identify those that are not right for you and can't be grown unless treated as annuals. Sometimes it is possible to take a plant that is one zone less hardy than your zone and grow it through a couple winters. For instance, if you live in Zone 4, a Zone 5 plant could be perennial for you for several reasons. Firstly, the published zone information might not reflect your exact conditions, or the new cultivar's plant tag may list a zone that is either hardier or less hardy than the general species. Second, there are often spots within your garden that stay a tad warmer than the rest of the garden area, next to the house or protected from the wind, and especially south-facing exposures. Or those near a brick or stone wall can retain more warmth also. Remember to consider this vertical space as potential area to grow fruit. Many fruits can be espaliered or trained to grow vertically on a frame. Apples, pears, apricots, and plums are a few of the fruit trees suitable for training up trellises, fences, and even unused vertical space along walls. Consider trying trellising a dwarf variety. Some have found that trees can grow inside a greenhouse, allowing a buffer of temperature during winter extremes, but provide good summer ventilation, or choose carefully as most fruit trees do require insect pollination. Read up on the trees you choose so you'll know how to care for them. Some fruit trees like persimmons, pomegranates, figs, and citrus don't need a lot of spraying or pruning, though pruning does control their size. Others, like apples, peaches, and plums, will need regular care for pests and diseases. But your fruit doesn't have to grow on a tree. Get some strawberries, raspberry, or blueberries instead. They'll produce loads of fruit with lots less work than even the easiest of trees. Just picking up seeds or plants at your local garden center doesn't guarantee something is suitable for your area. For instance, our local stores regularly offer corn, pumpkin, watermelon, and winter squash to local gardeners. However, our season doesn't offer enough growing days to make ears of corns, let alone even a small pumpkin. Locally, we can grow a couple extra early apple varieties, but generally no other tree fruit. However, rhubarb and raspberries thrive here. Just over the Rockies, they can grow corn. But we do have great peas and cole crops like broccoli and cabbage, and our greens take a while to bolt to seed. A greenhouse or high tunnel can make a big difference in your growing potential, but also be aware it cannot make a tremendous difference in season length. So in a very short season area, even a warm greenhouse can sometimes struggle to produce tomatoes, let alone longer season crops. Many gardeners have found that saving the seed from varieties that have proven good in your area can have a great effect on future generations of plants grown in that same area. So, paying attention to microclimates in your garden and knowing planting zones and growing season can get our gardens off to a great start. Please post below if you've been able to grow something that normally won't grow in your area. Now for a bonus tip. Plant at least one edible perennial like rhubarb, chives, or walking onions. These are often the first to burst forth in the spring, providing an early taste from the garden. That's it for our top gardening tips dealing with hardiness zones and growing season. Be sure to check out our other tips on garden planting, seedlings and transplants, garden care, dealing with the harvest, and soil health. We'll put those on the end of this video and in the description as well. Thanks for stopping by. Please like, comment, and share. It really helps us out a lot. And if you're not already, hit that big red button below to follow our adventures as we get to the farm.
And I feel like New York City. Get me to the farm.